This is Riviera's brand new 6800 sports yacht. This is absolutely fantastic. And when I say brand new, this is boat number 1. But the interesting thing about this is before this boat had even hit the water, they had sold 30 of these. It's now been out for about 6 months. They're up to number 40 sold now. It's absolutely incredible. It's been a hugely successful boat. It's sold a lot to Riviera owners moving up. And they're the people who really appreciate the build quality and the seakeeping of these, because these are superb. They're a boat very much designed to go to sea. And in fact, talking of Riviera, I'm going to show you this just as we walk past, because it's quite interesting. That was their 6,000th boat launching earlier this year. But yeah, let's go and take a look at this. This is pretty cool. Now this bathing platform here lowers. There's actually got a garage. What this does is as it goes down, this section lowers and then these sections lower behind it to create steps down into the water. So you've got a really great beach club area here. There's a garage here. I'm going to show you in that in a little while. Also, we've got access to the engine space here. Again, we will take a look at that. But I want to take you up and on and in first of all, because this is rather special. Now Riviera say that they build these for climates around the world. It's a global boat, and so because of that, you've got things like this isinglass here, for example, and you can increase that and wrap it right around the whole back if you want to, or you can have it all open. There's a screen that drops down here, which is just like a bug screen, gives you a bit of privacy if you're stern to the quay. There's an opening roof section up here, so you can completely adapt this area depending on your climate, where you're keeping the boat, what the temperature's like, what time of year it is, all that kind of thing. This is a really big social space out here. This is really good. The table, of course, will unfold, so if you're dining out here, you've got a massive space there. You can put chairs, of course, around here. And then over here, you've got the bar area. So, of course, it is an Australian boat. We do have the double barbecue underneath there. There's a bin underneath that one. This one here is a little sink. And actually, just while we're back in this area as well, I want to show you this, because these are stern docking stations. So IPS controllers back here for when you're stern to berthing, you can watch the boat in. This is drawers underneath here, but there's also then refrigeration as well. There we go. But that is a nice big space, isn't it? That works well. Let's head on in. Lots more to see in here. This door, this is very typical of Riviera thinking. It's brilliant. So this door slides across like that, and it detents to there. And then, if you pull that lever again, hang on, there we go, it slides the rest of the way. And you might think, well, that's a bit of a weird thing, isn't it? But the reason for that, you imagine you've got a kid comes through here, he stops, he grabs hold, puts his hand there to just talk to somebody, and the boat rocks, and that slides. Well, it ain't going to trap his fingers, is it? That's a really, really good safety feature. This window here is a drop window, so this whole thing will lower down. You can really connect these areas right through then. And then you've got the galley immediately inside here, so it caters directly out onto there. I'm going to shut that door again, actually, because it's nice and cool in here. There we go. You can just slide it in one go. You just have to keep the finger on the catch, but if you don't, as I say, it will detent into that not quite closed position. We have got here, well, obviously it's the usual galley stuff, drawers, that kind of thing. That's for your cutlery in there, for example, and storage about the place like this. And then over here, what we've got is a dishwasher that sings us the song of its people. Lovely. And then the refrigeration's over here. So you've got a fridge here, and I think I'm right in saying that 2 of these drawers are fridge drawers and 2 of these drawers are freezer drawers, if I remember rightly. Wine cooler is here as well. We've got the operating system for the boat back here. Of course, that's repeated at the helm also. And then switchgear for things like the generator are here also. Or generators, I should say, since there are 2 of them. You don't want to see inside a fridge, do you? But just in case, there we go. And these are these big drawer fridges down underneath here. And then like so. Just loads of storage everywhere. There is a massive television. Let's see if I can find the button for this, because this is impressive. Here we go. That, my friends, is the perfect movie evening. That's a 64-inch television. Look at this. And then over here, we've got the smaller table here, so you can eat in here if you want to, but what they've done with this, which is really clever, is if you lift that cushion out there, you see this leg? Well, that hinges. I'm not going to do it, it'll fire everything off, but if you imagine that rotating through 90 degrees and that disappearing behind and then the cushion going back on, that table completely disappears from view, because the idea is it's more of an outside boat, but this is a really comfortable lounge area, but then you have got the table that can be put into place very easily if you want to dine there. Up above our heads is massive sliding roof. Okay, there's a power roof there. They have built one of these apparently without the sliding roof and with solar panels across the whole of this roof section. So there are lots of options you can do at this kind of level. This has got blinds as well that come across it like this. And if you pull it on from the other side, you get a bug screen. Electric opening windows on this one. This is a nice area up alongside the helm for a couple of reasons. It gives you another nice zone within the boat, a nice little area for having a party and someone wants to come and tuck themselves away, have a little chat. That's a great place to do it. But also when you're underway, it's raised up, you've got a great view out. That is a nice place to be when the boat is out and running. And this size boat is very often an owner-operator size of boat. There is a small crew area that you can use, but it's more really, as I say, most of these will be run by their owners. Talking of which, look at these fantastic seats. These are electrically adjustable, so you can slide them in and out and up and down. We've got the lift bolsters here, we've got the footrests that drop down. These look really inviting, don't they? There's a side access door there as well, so there's a quick route out and onto the side deck. And then we've got the helm that kind of wraps around. Garmin screens, 3 of them across here. At the minute, these are configured for cameras, so we can see into the engine space. We can see fish finder on this one, and this is engine instrumentation over here, although there is a separate Volvo Penta screen for that down here. So again, configure all that however you like. And again, that operating system that we saw when we came on board, there's another one just here. That searchlight control, these are things like the windows, the roof, the lights, all that kind of thing are all switched across here. And then over here, throttle controls are obviously right next to the helm, nice and easy to reach, but also joystick for manoeuvring, bow thruster there as well. Fantastic trim tab system is here, and this is a remote control for the multifunction display, so you don't need to keep reaching forward. Every time you want to change anything, you can do it all from there while you relax in the chair. This is fantastic. This is just a quick guide, so that with this, there's a massive operating book for this, but this is just a real quick reference for all of the things that you might want to be able to get to. There's that tender launching system. Look, you can see how this comes down the steps when the bathing platform lowers, and then the tender rolls out like that. As I say, I'll see whether we can open that in a bit. But yeah, this is a really, really, really good thing. Every single thing you might want to look at just as a quick guide when you're using the boat, it's right there. Fantastic. Now, Rivieras are all about practicality. Look at this flooring. It's designed not to get worn out with people tramping through. It's all proper hard-wearing stuff, and you can see then on the steps, the really high wear areas, they've put even more protection. And then we can come on down here. I'll take you forward first of all. Now we've got the high gloss walnut in here. What they've done, however, with this one is they've lowered the amount of it. So you've got accents of it like this, but there's a lot more painted surfaces, upholstered surfaces. So areas like this is all upholstery now. So you've got this more as an accent, and of course this you can change. This is high gloss walnut, very traditional. If you wanted a matte finish, you could have it. If you wanted cherry, you can have it. If you want oak, you can have it. A lot of configurations there. This is very popular though, and I love the way they finished this in areas like this. That looks really good. AV equipment in here, soundbar, obviously. Wardrobes are in here as well. These are bits of storage up along here, thusly. And we've got access up onto the foredeck here as well. Drawers under the bed, lots of drawers underneath the bed. There we go. And then around here again. See these little tabs here? These are pull tabs, so you can pull that panel off and get to things like, for example, air conditioning or plumbing. Basically, you can get behind the scenes. The same with this one up here. En suite to this cabin then. In here, just for this cabin. Rainfall shower plus the one shower. I like the way that this echoes those sections of woodwork That's nice. So we've got carpet in here, but then the solid flooring and the high flow areas. That's fantastic. And that one there is the air conditioning control. There we go. Again, it's all about practicality. It's all about accessing engineering spaces really easily. And that's what these are for. There is a day heads here, like so, with mirror wave. But that is shared by cabin 3. That's this one here. There we go. And that in fact has an ensuite door straight through. Sorry, shared by cabin 3 and cabin 4. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not shared by just one cabin. That would make no sense at all, would it? But yeah, that is ensuite to this cabin, but it's shared with cabin 4. Again, lots of hanging space. Again, you've got the pool tag to get to the behind the scenes. The other thing you can do with this is that this bed will motor across to that bed. That bedside table disappears, but there's another one underneath here that appears when it moves across. You can have that then very easily as a double bed if you like. We've got the side windows everywhere. These circular sections are opening sections, but you'll notice that there's a little wire on here. What that's doing is if any of these are open when you start the engines, it will sound an alarm, so that you know and you can come and close it. The worst thing in the world is to head out to sea and not realise that somebody's opened one of those in the morning. You can guess the rest. There we go. Again, this is all opening sections up here. Wardrobe is here. We saw that, didn't we? And that's that door into that day heads. This again is what I'm talking about. These upholstered panels, really hard wearing material, and these are all, you can see they're all soft touch. They're all insulated. It will help to reduce the noise. And then this one over here, we've got the 2 bunks going across here like this, and then again storage down here, hanging locker down underneath here, like so. There we go. Mess up their artful display. That's nice, isn't it? Storage in there. There we go. Good. Let's head on back again. This then is the owner's cabin, and this is pretty spectacular. Look at that. That's a big space. And they talk about this as being a retreat. It's the sort of place you can come to. You've got a nice sitting area down here. You've got a massive bathroom. You've got AV equipment in here. It's a nice place to come and tuck yourself away. Even got things like a little fridge in here as well. So as I say, it really is a place where if you want to get away from the crowds, just have a bit of me time, this is where you can do it. Hanging rail in there. TV is there. And again, you can see they've not gone mad with the wood. It's there, but there's also a lot of light finishes about the place. Dressing table on this side. Again, we've got more wardrobes and shelving over here, like this. Drawers all the way along here. Nice little dressing area. Just tons and tons of space. Everywhere, isn't it? And again, these opening sections again with the wires on because of the alarms. Back here then, check this out. For a sub 70-foot boat, this is a really, really good size. That's fantastic. Again, big hull windows. Again, you've got the circular sections. These are, of course, got blinds that come down across them here. So at night, you've got privacy there. And during the day, they're very heavily tinted. Nice, 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 nice. That's fantastic, isn't it? Big rainfall shower again. Lovely. Okay, let's come out of here. Now, if you head on round, there is a walk-in wardrobe here. So this has got areas like this, but also this wardrobe's a bit like Narnia. It goes on. You ready for this? Check this out. Now this is a utility area It's also accessed from the door at the back of the boat through the engine space. I'll show you that in just a second. This one has been configured with a bed in here, so if you did want to have an occasional crew or someone for your daughter's boyfriend, this is the place, or an overflow space. As I say, most of these are owner operated. A lot of people just have this as a bench along here rather than putting the bed on it. We've got the laundry facilities here, of course. We've got drawers down in places like this. It's just a really, really useful space. It's accessed directly from the cabin, so brilliant when you want to come in and do a bit of laundry. But as I say, you can keep that door closed. You can use this as access, and you can use this as a crew area. You've got big windows again, you've got the opening porthole, you've got storage about the place. So it is a perfectly usable room for occasional use, and it probably would be occasional use. As I say, full-time crew, you're looking at something probably a little bit bigger. Heads and shower there as well. But it's got a little sink, it's got a little fridge, it's got a little cooker. It's a nice little space, isn't it? One of their owners, I was told, had this used as a dive centre. So they're very heavily into diving. This is all racked out for all the dive gear. So this, you can figure how you like. This is just one of the options if you want it. We may as well go right back into the engine room from here, because this takes us straight through. You can see how that one obviously closes off then, like that. And then that was a straight shot through and out the back of the boat. I'm going to take you around this way, however. I want to show you the engines. This is all tender garage. We'll see if we can get to that. These are lithium phosphate batteries. We've got generator down here as well. Another generator over on the other side. And engines are down underneath here. These are IPS engines, Volvo Penta IPS 1350s at 1,000 horsepower each, and they're giving the boat over 30 knots. So it is a sports cruiser in the truest sense of the word. I think 32, 33 knots, something like that they're getting. Cruises at about 24 knots at planing speeds, and that'll give you about 400 miles of range, or drop the speed right back. 8 knots will give you about 1,300 miles of range. So as ever, your speed will dictate how long you keep it going for. But nice and clean, nicely laid out. Obviously the tender garage drops down over there, it's always the way with sports cruisers of this size. Very well lit. Look at all this along here. But yeah, that's a nice space, and we can come around here and get down this side to the generator, to the shore power cable that calls away there, to the air conditioning. All that is all very get-atable. Nice. Let's head over here. Air vents in through here. I'll show you those on the outside. Another shore power cable coiling in here, so these power in through the back. More air conditioning. These here are for the bathing platform. You can slot those into sockets at the back. You can see these are for your fishing rods here, and use that as a fishing zone if you want to. And then right back here you can see we're at the top of the pods now. So the pods are down underneath there. The IPS. Brilliant. Let's go and have a wander around the outside. I'm going to mention these while we're going past. These are for sea bobs. So they're draining lockers. You put your sea bobs in there, you can hose them down, you can plug them in and charge them up. And these, I mentioned those staple rails, these go in around here and around here, so you can stand at the back and do your fishing. And there's a boarding ladder that drops into the water from there as well. Excellent. Let's go around the outside, and then I think we are fairly well covered. We've got side boarding gates here, so if you're alongside a quay, you can get straight on. See the sirens in the background. Scuppers here, so any water that comes down here runs straight out, and your engine vents are inboard here, so they're protected from the spray going down the outside of the boat. If we look up here, we've got the illuminated Riviera logos. Those are always really nice. Another thing I want to point out is that every step has got this teak tread on, and that is there not just as a nice finish, although it is a nice finish, but it means when you walk along here and you're in bright sunshine, or perhaps it's late at night, they're really easy to spot. You know there's a step there, you're not going to stumble over it, and in fact they're even backlit. If I put my hand under there, you can probably see it. That's nice. Again, you can see them here. This again, really practical feature to have this Portuguese bridge that wraps itself around the windscreen. That means if you're putting the windscreen cover on, if you're cleaning the windscreen, if you want to do anything with the wipers, you can actually get to this area really, really easily. There's massive pantograph wipers. These circular sections here are for bimini poles. You can put a shade across this whole area, and this is the area in question. That's a really, really good size. Some nice features here as well. First of all, there's a cover that goes over all of this, so if you want to cover it up, of course you can do. There's storage underneath this one and this one. You might be able to just see the hinges going along here. They open sort of butterfly style. That one goes that way, that one goes that way. And then up here, these sunbathing areas, you can lift these back sections up, click, 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 click to there for forward-facing sunbathing. But you can do the same with those this way. So if people are all sat around here, you can lie out there, you're back against that. That's a really nice place to be. It's all underlit all the way around, and then we can come right up here to the front. Even here, if you're hosing off the chain, you can see they've dammed this area here, so the water that comes off of here doesn't flick down into here, it runs back down that way. They are very, very much designed to be used. A massive stainless steel anchor there on the front. Let's take a look back. That's a smart bit of kit, isn't it? Radar up on the top, as you can see, antennas, all that kind of thing. And that's a searchlight there on the front. Let's go back down this side. The last thing to talk about then is the garage. So more storage here, down underneath this one. Don't think I can open it one-handed. Hang on. Let's see if I can do it with two. Yes! There we go. So that's for canopies and that sort of stuff. Tucks away in there. There we go. Plenty of cleats around the place as well. Again, more practical thinking. That's that electric drop window. And then we'll come right on back. Nice big wide side decks on here actually. Oh, I need to show you this. This is great. When you're filling, this is giving you a percentage of fuel. It's not giving you fuel in litres, because that's not much use to you. If it's showing, you know, 739 litres, unless you know exactly how many litres the tank holds, it doesn't help. But it will tell you percentage, so it's telling you you're 50% full, you're 80% full, you're 90% full, and you know when you're coming up towards the top. That is an excellent, excellent idea. And these vents again inboard for the engines. Okay, let's come right on back. Let's find the button for the garage. And we'll finish off with that. So that's down here. We want garage door open, and away it goes. There we go. All right. So this I can't show you very easily because we're so tight against the pontoon for letting people on and off, but this I can certainly show you. This is the garage. So we've got winch control here for bringing it in and out. That little chap there is an Atmos, a Scanstrut Atmos pump. So you can inflate the tender with that very easily. And that one there is for a shower. And that is up there. But you see we've also got lighting underneath here as well. This makes this a really, really useful area. In terms of tender size, I think I'm right in saying 3.4 metre. That's a pretty decent size, isn't it? Look at that. So you've got speakers in here, look. And that again, sort of for the beach club idea, you've got the chairs down here as well you can bring out. Lovely. That is a pretty decent space, isn't it? There we go. Okay, I think we're going to finish up with that as being the last thing to see. Let's power that one back down again. Close. There we are. And that, my friends, is about that. Now I'm going to say these boats are built for quality, for seakeeping and longevity. They're not the cheapest boats in the world, and they're not trying to be. They're trying to be one of the best. So yes, you can probably find something cheaper that will give you the same sort of size. Whether you find something that gives you the same seakeeping, the same quality, and will look as good as this will in 10 years' time, that's another question altogether. Huge, huge thanks to Riviera Yachts for organising that tour. Huge, huge thanks to you for indulging me on it. Let me know what you think of that one in the comments, and we'll catch you on another one of these real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.